Average Takes, baby. Let's go.
Welcome to Average Takes, hosted by Bob, Roman, and Shenny.
Do average takes.
Average Takes. Average Takes.
Average takes.
Average Takes, baby. Let's go.
Average takes.
Average Take.
Average Take.
Average takes.
Average fucking takes.
Average takes.
Average takes.
The number one podcast, Average Takes.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Average Takes.
Welcome back.
What the is up?
We just dropped some merch. I know you guys already seen that. A bunch of stuff on the website. You guys go check it out if you haven't. Whole bunch of fresh merch. You got sweaters, shirts,
Yes,
long
sir.
sleeves, all of it.
Baby.
Beanies, hats. Y'all go
No
check it out,
cap.
man.
The merch is, by the time you're seeing this, merch is dropped for sure. Go
Done it,
cop
dude.
something. Put a lot of hard work into this, so let's see if you guys like it. Hopefully, just cop
Yeah.
a shirt, cop a hat, whatever you want. No big deal. But I think this stuff's pretty sick. So hope you guys really enjoy it as well. That's what it's really all about.
Yeah, I love this shit. Like Roman's jacket he's got on.
Yeah, it's
Fire.
fire, bro.
Make sure you get those before they sell out. Shop averagetakes.com. I'm sure you guys have
Y'all go
already been
ham.
there.
Y'all
Sure
go
you guys
ham.
already been there.
Go crazy. Go hit sicko mode as soon as you get on the website. Make sure sicko mode's playing because your experience will just be that much better.
Today we're about to talk some baseball for you guys. A little summary of the beginning of the season. It's
First
opening
week.
day. First week.
First week
Yarr.
of baseball.
It was a
Well,
long week.
It felt really
was a long week, The Padres got off to a really good start. I mean, game one was up and down. It was 6-1, and then all of a sudden, it was
6-6.
7-6, and they were beating us. Like the Diamondbacks fought back. Tim Hill came in, gave up a couple bombs. It was ugly, but we fought back, got the W. Won game two. Blake Snell, beautiful.
Crushed it, dude.
I mean,
Love
I
that.
love Blake Snell in this Padres uniform. I'm so excited for him the rest of the year. Obviously, Yu Darvish, a little bit better in the second start.
Yeah, rough start the first one.
Towards the end,
start.
I really said before we started baseball that I was going to be strict on the Padres and the decisions. And yeah, that first game, Jace left Yu Darvish in too long. I mean, he should have pulled him when he walked out there. I know you talked him into letting him stay, but I mean, go with your gut.
You walked out there for a reason.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know,
Do it.
he had a game
And-
plan changed in your head. Obviously, I can't beat him up too bad. We won the games.
No, yeah.
Exactly.
Going back to the Yu Darvish thing, Yu is great pitcher. His flaw is really he gives up a lot of home runs. And last year his performance, he limited his home runs and he shoved. He was second in the NL Cy Young. So I know it's his first couple starts, but
First
I just
game
want to see
shooters,
I just
you
want to
know.
see the home run ball low. Like the home run ball does not need to be that. What kills ball games? That's what kills pitching. And we saw in that game specifically that they hit like 3 home runs in that one inning, and what do you know, tie ball game. They're up by 1 actually, but
Yeah.
hey, it's good to see us get a little rattled first game. We came back, won the game, and we won all these games honestly with no Fernando Tatis and no Manny Machado. They weren't the ones putting the team on their back, carrying these teams.
It's
How
pitching.
about the
Other
player of the
guys-
week, Eric Hosmer, bro?
Yes,
Hosmer
Jesus
exactly.
Christ.
I think it has a lot to do with
Stepping up
pitching.
crazy.
It does have to
Oh,
do with
yeah.
pitching, but it also has like Hosmer went off for the week, and we were 4-3. If we can go 4-3 every week, that'd be great, honestly.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Gotta be
this
better.
team is so talented, though. It's so talented that those guys don't even need to produce really, and we're still winning ball games. Hosmer is stepping up. Jake the Rake is stepping up. We don't even have guys like
Berrettini.
Trent Grisham.
Berrettini, we got him for such little, bro, and he's great.
Such a steal. I'm glad you brought him
Such a
up.
stud, bro. Yeah.
So clutch so far in the early games. He has a same amount of RBIs as Eric Hosmer. A couple less games. A guy I wanted to talk about who absolutely shoved Joe Musgrove. Oh my
Facts.
God. That was
Love it.
beautiful. What a game. I mean, he came out, said he was
on for his
feeling
city.
it.
Put
It was
on for his city.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another name for the Padres that I wanted to talk about was our two bullpen guys that we just got this year, Kella and Melanson. Both have been absolutely great.
Lights out.
Lights out. I really like Kella coming in anywhere, anytime, any place,
Yeah.
and shoving, lockdown. And then Melanson too. They gave him the
He's
ninth.
cranking the ninth,
locked it
bro.
down.
He's shutting it down.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
quick shout out to AJ Preller, because if you go look at who our both closers were last year, both out for the year. Both out for the entire
Trevor
year.
Rosenthal won't be, but Kirby will.
He just got put on the 60-day DL though. That's
Yeah. It's half
fucking
the
long
year,
time.
2 months. It's not good, and prayers up to those guys. I'm a big fan of both of them, Rosie and Kirby. It sucks to see injuries go down, but
Prayers
AJ,
up to
wow.
Tatis, bro.
Yeah, another injury we got to talk about.
I feel like all Padres fans' heads went down as soon as we saw Tatis go down.
Yeah, I was really nervous, really sad at the same time. It looked scary. They said it was a subluxation. That means it was like a small, slight dislocation, the shoulder. Non-throwing, which was
nothing big.
better than obviously throwing. But it was a lot scarier than it was because the Padres said he's going to go to the 10-day and then work his way back.
I don't want him to. I want him to puppy
That's all
dog
that
that
injury is, though, is 10 days. He doesn't need anything more than 10 days, honestly.
I want him to take it though.
He really
better be safe than
what happened was he just swings so viciously that those injuries are bound to happen. And the way he attacks the ball is just so vicious and hard, and he gives everything he has in basically every swing.
Swinging for the fences.
Yeah, but that little small tear, that whatever he had, discomfort, basically what it is in his arm. He just needs time. He just needs a little bit of time. That thing will rest up. He'll be healthy. The airs will be gone. He'll be back hitting bombs like he did already with that small dislocation.
We hope.
But I mean, I don't want to tell him, calm down. He's gonna play how he's gonna play. These injuries are just how they come with how he plays. I don't want to tell him to slow it down or something because he's so electric. He can literally change the impact of a game on one pitch.
Yeah.
Anything he does, he can change the game. So rest up, come back in 10 days, and just get after it. That's all he has to do.
Rest for sure. That's one thing. We kind of rushed him back after spring training, a little shoulder injury.
That's what I don't want to happen again, bro.
Yeah, and so I'm definitely leaning with Roman right now. Rest is his best friend at this point. So if he needs more than 10, give it to him.
It's a long season, bro. We got a full season this year. Let him chill for a little bit.
And I know we need him.
He's a long season.
He's the biggest energy on our team. He's you could feel his presence in and out of the lineup, and it sucks. I think we lost versus the Giants this past series because of it. We missed his bat up and down the lineup, his energy. But it's still baseball, got to be played.
It's looking up for the Padres.
Yeah, I mean, Trent Grisham's supposed to come back this week versus Texas. So it's moving on up. Trailing the Dodgers now.
Yep. We need Grish back because that Sunday Jose Canseco pulled a crazy off his glove over the fence. Can't happen. And we end up losing the game by 1 run, A 2-run home run.
Hit him right in the palm.
Hit him right in the glove.
Hit him right in the glove.
Squeeze your hand, bro. Come on.
You had it. Literally, that's why it sucks. Like if you miss, you missed it, but you had it.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks.
Brutal. I'm hype. our rotation was pretty money this past week. Paddock, I don't know what's wrong with that guy.
See, I watched Chris Paddock start, and I thought it was a lot better than people thought. When I watched the game, his fastball and command was pretty much there, and he was getting swing and misses with it, and which is good for him because that's what when he's at his best is when his fastball works and he gets people to swing and miss at the fastball. The one thing that the Diamondbacks did a really good job was holding on his changeup, and because he's a two-pitch pitcher right now, didn't throw a single curveball, which
And
is
throw
upsetting.
not one. Yeah, for real.
But the Diamondbacks did a really good job on not swinging at his changeup, and they had a lucky hit that went right over the first base bag. If that goes foul, he shoves. If that ball's foul,
Yeah.
I think he shoves the rest of that game. They literally turned one lucky bounce, got a couple runs, but I think Chris looked good. I know the Diamondbacks aren't the best team, so it's gonna take some more games, but I need him to start working in a third pitch, cutter,
Yeah.
curveball.
How easy is it to
No.
guess your pitches when you only have two? Like,
Well, exactly, and
of course you're gonna get
50-50.
ripped off.
he's
Exactly.
added. He had a cutter. He throws a cutter, but when you throw a fastball and a cutter and then a changeup, those aren't enough different of pitches.
Different pitches. Yeah, exactly.
No, and you
It's all the
see
same
hard,
angle.
hard, and then soft. Anything soft, I'm laying off. I'm not
I'm
even
laying,
gonna swing.
exactly.
And then you see, you as a hitter, you put that in your mind. Oh, I'm only gonna hit the fastball. 90% of pitchers are throwing first pitch fastball to get ahead and count. So if you can eliminate those options, it just makes it easier to hit off this guy. And you don't even need to throw a nasty curveball for your curveball to be good in the Major League Baseball. Because if he throws 2 curveballs in that outing, then in the back of the Diamondbacks' heads, they're all like, "Oh shit, he has a curveball now, huh?
Yeah.
I have another pitch I have to look out for." And just even throwing it though, such little amount of times gets the hitter off balance, uncomfortable. And that's exactly how you want to attack lineups. Make them uncomfortable, make them off balance, get ahead in the counts, all that. But when you're only locating one pitch, all that's out the window. Teams just sit on your 95-mile-per-hour fastball, which is basically batting practice to major league guys because they have some guys cranking it up to 100, 101 sometimes. So Chris Paddock, just throw it. Just throw another pitch for shits and giggles. Who cares where it goes?
And to add to that, he just needs to throw a couple of them, man. Just put that in the back of their head that, hey, this could be a cutter or
Don't even got to be a strike.
or a curveball.
Don't even got to be a strike.
You don't.
Just
It
throw
doesn't
at
have
him.
to be
Spike 'em.
within
You can
5
spike
times.
them.
Yeah, it literally is just a handful of times just to put in the very back of the hitter's head when he's like right
He
there,
might throw a
like
curveball. He might
it could
throw
be
a
curveball. Like,
yeah.
oh, is this changeup or curveball? It's just that like split decision that gets to the strikeouts, and I think he has to do that just a couple times, man. And maybe that's getting Nola in the game, and maybe that familiarity between those two guys. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I like Chris Paddock after one start, but I'm watching him with my goggles.
Both eyes.
With eagle eyes.
Yeah.
Eagle eye.
But also, hold just a little bit more on Chris Paddock. Him adding just that pitch also makes all the other pitches just that much better, that much more sneakier, that much more dirtier. So just a couple of them, Chris. I know you got it in you, Judd. Let's keep on moving and on to the next one. Okay, here we go.
Last pitcher that we haven't talked about is Morihone. Looked pretty sharp. He had one bad pitch.
Yeah.
And
he was shoving.
He was
hitting up to 100. I've never seen him throw that hard. Never seen him hit 100.
He had one knuckleball that just, man, it caught a hair too much of the plate. But big fan of what Morihone brought to the table that game. I'm excited to see him pitch again.
These are players on the Padres that we don't know how good they are. They could be superstars in the making. That's how good this prospect and this ball club that AJ's put together. So Padre fans, be patient. It's a long season. I know we lost a couple tough games to the Giants, but we're going to Texas this weekend, so
Hopefully we can light it up.
oh yeah, I think I'm gonna bring my broom for that trip. So
Hey, our Padres team loves playing in that Texas stadium. That's all I gotta say. And there's 100% fans, 100% capacity.
and 100% group slam Diego.
Love to see it.
Let's talk about some big baseball news. Is Trevor Bauer's name has surfaced in the headlines of MLB. He
Sus.
little sus. A couple of his baseballs were taken by the league to get put under a microscope and see if he got any of that sticky icky on it, any of that pine tar, anything to give him that extra rotation. And MLB said that they were going to do this throughout the league and year, and MLB has a microscope on Trevor Bauer, so I figured that this would happen, but I think it's more random news than what should be. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're taking baseballs from.
Yeah, he was saying that a whole bunch of people have gotten their baseball takers, but since he's such a big name that everybody wants to start rumors about him just because he's big.
He took to Twitter, calling out basically Ken Rosenthal, who wrote the article from The Athletic, just saying every team has had pitchers have baseballs taken from them. Yeah. Why am I the one being written an article about it? But I don't know.
Well,
it's just
I read that it was
fishy. It makes sense.
It was multiple
baseballs.
That's what I've read. So that's what makes
multiple
his name
baseballs.
stick out.
It's multiple baseballs, but they're also doing it to every single team.
No, but they took a multiple of Trevor's though. Like usually they'll take like one or two or something from a couple different guys. They took multiple of his during his outing, so that's why his name was brought up. He's trying to write it off, saying that it's not as big of a deal, but them taking a couple like puts that in my head that they might know a little bit more, and they're from like last year maybe or something. I don't know, but for him to have a couple taken, that's just a little weird to me.
I'm not gonna put too much weight on that, but I read the article Ken Rosenthal put out, and he was just saying that the MLB is going to be investigating just the baseballs, what's on it, what's not, and they're going to use the data from StatCast, the spin rates for all the balls, because Bauer had career high in spin rates on every single pitch last year, so they think that's a little fishy, so they're going to do a little checking around FBI stuff to see what's going on, but I've read a lot of things that every pitcher is doing this, and in that article it was saying it's just so hard to 100% prove he is the one doctoring the baseballs. He is the one that was guilty with everything if there's baseballs being doctored, So it's very hard to prove someone guilty on this, and then if you can prove someone guilty, who are you going to prove? So that's why a lot of this has been kind of slipped under the rug lately and just in the past years. But I've heard a lot of pitchers do this. In quotes, it said everyone does this.
And one podcast
MLB executive.
One podcast that I listen to is Starting Nine, pretty good Barstool baseball podcast. Former Major League pitcher Dallas Braden and Jerry Carrabis, they talk about how catchers actually use a lot of pine tar. Like the shin guards full of pine tar and their chest protectors full of pine tar. So when they get that curveball, in the dirt, they can block it and it sticks to them. Like a couple years ago, remember it was a meme that went around that Yachty had the baseball stuck to the middle of his chest protector. He couldn't find it and it was literally stuck like on his stomach.
Yeah.
So they talked about that and how that could transfer to that baseball, and is the catcher going to get the pitcher in trouble because he has some on it? Or are they working together? Like, is the catcher doing the dirty work for the pitcher?
Well, maybe, but that's an old.
It could be deeper than
I've
it
seen
actually
that
is.
happen. I've done it personally. That like as a
I've done that
catcher,
personally. This guy.
dude, that's common. As a catcher, and you just dab it up when you go to throw the ball back,
That's
or
smart.
guys stealing.
Yeah.
Oh, let me just get this extra grip right here.
Yeah.
And nobody cares about the catcher. Come on.
Nobody's staring at the catcher.
He's best friends with the umpire. What are they gonna do about it? Hey, don't knock it off. Oh, I'm protecting you, Jim. I can just move out of the way, and you're done now. Catcher has all the power in that move, so
I don't know. Hopefully he's innocent, but
I mean,
F you to the Dodgers if he is.
if he's innocent, that's gonna be a 10-year long. All he's gonna do on Twitter. I won the 2020 Cy Young using illegal substances throwing baseballs.
well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. MLB always gets investigations wrong. Freaking anyone, they take forever. So I doubt MLB will eventually do anything about it. I think they're doing it just because
they already fucked up this week with the Castellanos deal. He got suspended for 2 weeks for literally
Flexing
on the pitcher, because the pitcher passed ball. Sucks, Jim. You're gonna get flexed on. That's how it works. That's baseball. Yeah. And MLB's like,
especially if that pitcher hit him, that pitcher pegged him, and he was mad about it. So that's why he got flexed on.
Yeah, and that's the greatest part about baseball, when tempers flare and that type of shit happens. Everyone loves that. Every single person who watches baseball loves that part of baseball. So MLB suspending him when there's a whole team who won a World Series literally stealing signs using trash cans, and not one person from that team was suspended one game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what the fuck?
Where's your priorities, MLB?
Yeah, well, Rob Manfred, clown too sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about the league in the first week. Some surprising teams to you guys. We were just talking about them.
Yeah,
the Astros
7-1, and Altuve is raking right now. He just hit a bomb tonight.
Yeah, all their bats are.
Jordan's back. Jordan hit
All
a
their
bomb
bats are
tonight.
awake.
Jordan's back. Those knees are healthy. I just saw him
Yeah.
sprint out a double slide. It was a pop-up slide too. I was like, man, he ain't worried about his knees at all. He just missed all last year. But yeah,
and they're
raking, and they're doing it against the A's, and they have to see the A's again. Like, man,
Zach Greinke's fucking slanging it, dude. He's pitching pretty well. He's pitching late into the game. They're keeping him in longer, you know.
So that just goes to show you 85 can be effective.
Yep.
Guy can't hit 90 to save his life, but still pitching in the big leagues, baby.
Still early in the year, but when teams get off to a slow start like the A's, man, is it hard to climb back. And especially when your same division mate is totally opposite of you, 7-1, 1-7, or whatever, 6-1.
Yeah.
It's hard game to play, man. And if you're the A's, you're looking at the rest of the year like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah. For real.
But I mean, I still think they could turn it around. It's a good team, good chemistry team. They've won the division last year. They can certainly do it again. It's a long mountain to climb right now, though.
It is long, and for the A's struggles, Ellis Andrews went into today's ball game 0 for 24. He was, to start the season, he was 0 for 24. Finally picked up his first hit today, but it took him 7 games. So, you know, that's part of the struggles when you're 1-7. You got to look at why you 1-7, and they cannot hit the ball right now. And another team who can't hit the ball is the Chicago Cubs. Their team average is $1.25, and all pitchers average in MLB is $1.41. So
what are some stats right there, Shinny? Wow,
Really?
that's unreal. Cubs stink. Right now. Can't hit.
We don't even need a
Can't save
DH.
their life.
We got pitchers hitting, baby. We don't need a DH. Blake Snell, shout out to your first career hit. That was
His
pretty
first
sick.
hit. Yep, that was dope.
Pretty cool. Too
Stammen
bad
had
you
a
lost the
hit.
game.
Musgrove had a hit. Like,
Shohei Otani hit a fucking bomb. Oh my god,
Did
dude.
you hear that thing, bro? It
He
sounded
threw a
like
101 mile an
shotgun.
hour pitch, and then he cranked one off the bat for 115, dude.
Literally
Yeah,
a
and I mean,
shotgun, bro.
when Fernando is not on the field, this guy may be the most electric player in
bro.
baseball to watch on the field. That was some crazy shit. He hit 101, came back, struck the side out, came back up, cranked the ball 450 feet. That's hard to do. That's hard to do.
Very hard to do. Not a lot of people on this planet could do it.
Oh yeah.
No.
And Major
And
League
you see him
Baseball.
trotting around the bases, dude. That guy's huge, bro.
And he gets to play with what's considered to be the best player to ever walk on the earth, Mike Trout.
Mike
So,
Trout, bro. Yeah.
that
Both
Angels
their
team
bats
is-
are wake, dude. It's scary for them.
yeah, and if this
Scary.
AL West is shooken up like this, the Angels might find a way in that wild card spot.
Angels
But-
need one more arm, and they got to go get it somehow. And I would believe in that team. But till then, it's grinding for them. Grinding.
It's grinding
'Cause
every
that
day. And
division's-
that
I
puts
think-
a toll on you.
Yeah, it does. And they always fall out at the end, man. I swear they grind every year, and it's the last month. I swear.
Yep.
But I'm rooting for him. I'm a big Mike Trout fan. And if you're not an MLB fan, if you're not a Mike Trout fan, the guy does everything great.
Everything. Yep.
Absolutely everything. I mean, he's a little boring, but he's very good. I'd like him to show a little bit of pizzazz. That's all I ask. Bat flip one time for me, Mike. That's all I ask.
I think that was the wrong word. I think he's a little average. I think that's what you should
There
say.
you go. I mean, he's, I don't know. He's a little boring.
A little boring. Great baseball player, but show some swag. Show some personality.
A little
That's
bit
what
of
you should call it,
swag.
dude.
Yeah, a little bit of juice,
something.
a little flair.
Yeah.
Got your hair red or something, Mike. Come on.
Yeah.
It's a
Come on,
clean
your name's
action
Mike,
doing.
bruh. His
Show
name's
yourself
Mike.
catching some
Not,
trout. or something.
Another surprising team to
yeah,
me.
some
Cincinnati.
surprise.
We were talking about him
Cincinnati.
early, Castellanos. He's hot at the plate, man. Guy's raking. This is going to be someone who is going to be wanted at the trade deadline.
He is going to be a trade piece to complete.
And it seems like
another playoff team.
every year this happens to him. He went to the Cubs and raked. He was a doubles machine. Like I really like Castellanos. And I'm glad he's doing good. I'm glad this Reds team's off to a hot start. I do not see them keeping this lead right now. I know they're 5-1. I don't see it happening. I don't see them keeping this division.
They just came out hot.
They're
They'll die
5-1
down.
because they're raking. They are smashing the baseball right now.
Raking.
Castellanos is definitely leading the way. Obviously, they'll slow down, but when they start slowing down, then that's when they get Sonny Gray back from injury. He started the season on the IL. He's gonna come back. Reports say mid-April, maybe early May, but until then, this team, just literally zero pitching, zilch. Not even pen guys are even worth anything. But hey, they're finding a way to win. They're 5-1 at the top of that NL Central. We'll see how long they keep putting things together and collecting some W's. But another guy who's been absolutely insane is Hermine Mercedes.
The Yerminator.
The Yerminator.
This kid
480
started
foot bomb.
This kid started the year 8 for 8 at the plate. It's never been done before.
No.
How does that happen? 8 for 8? MLB, like, being good is going 3 for 10. That's being good in the MLB. 3 out of 10 times. You go 8 for 8. Unreal.
You're seeing the ball well.
He's seeing the ball well because, like Roman said, 400.
Did you see that homer, bro? Oh my god,
That ball
was like a
disappeared.
curveball.
I think
that was a
that
curveball,
ball
and he
exploded.
cranked that thing, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, this man
my
is
God.
too. The White Sox have been sitting on him because in the offseason in the winters, he's down with Tatis playing DR ball in that league that they all play in.
Yeah, isn't he like
This
28?
guy-
A bunch of years.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
minors.
yeah,
Something like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
He's pretty like baseball. He's old, like
Yeah.
for being just known now. But he's been grinding
man.
down there in that DR league, and
You
the
get your
results.
shot and you do
Yeah.
the most with it, bro.
The White Sox needed a catcher. Grandal left, and
No, Grandol's
James
here.
McCann left.
James McCann left.
Oh, James McCann. Well, I know they had a catcher leave, so they had to bring him up. But yeah, that's who they were really trying to replace their backup catcher with, and him and
Stud
Grandal
so
are.
far.
Yeah, they're battling for that starter spot.
Stud so far. A team that's absolutely sucking right now is Pittsburgh Pirates at the bottom of this division.
Yeah, dude, sitting
they
at
started-
third.
I'm pretty sure they
30th
started
place.
the season like pretty hot. Was it
Yeah,
Brian?
1-0 is pretty hot.
Yeah, 1-0. I mean,
They've lost 6 straight since then, but
Key Brian Hayes or whatever got hurt after that
Yeah,
game. They've lost
after that
every
game.
since.
yeah, and that's
He raked that game too.
he did rake. He's a big piece of that Pittsburgh Pirates team, but when he's not out on the field, then your pieces
He's
to the puzzle are
trash.
gone. And we knew the Pirates would be terrible. We knew
Miami, we said that going in.
yeah, we knew
bad
Miami was gonna be terrible.
Surprise a
They
little
don't-
bit to me is the Phillies 5-1. That bullpen been pretty good. That was my question mark.
They got some dudes on that team, man. Their
Yeah.
rotation has some dudes. Zach Wheeler is
Shoving. I
shoved.
think it has a lot to do with Joe Girardi. Girardi is a great manager. Managed the Yankees for a long time. Won his championship 2009. I can't believe that they fired him, but great.
Yeah,
pickup
well,
for
the Yankees
Phillies.
are hard asses.
Yeah, and I mean they kept their players. JT has looked great. Bryce. Bryce is Bryce. At any point, any given moment, he could shine.
Yeah.
He can
Like-
shine.
Literally,
And-
like his homers are like so pretty, like the swing, bro. He literally snaps on it, bro. I don't know. I love a lefty
Isn't-
swing. For
isn't
some reason,
Didi-
it looks so nice.
Isn't Didi raking too?
Yeah,
Fun
this
fact
whole
about
team's
Didi,
raking.
he doesn't have one home run to left field, and he's a left-handed hitter. All of his home runs are to right or center. He has not one home run to left field, which I think is pretty amazing and pretty weird too.
JT has 6 RBIs.
Yeah,
Raking.
going back to Joe Girardi though, it really could have been truly just a manager issue for this team because they put together the talent. They fell short last year. Girardi had been
got a lot
out
of
of the
big
league.
names.
Yeah, he'd been out of the league for a little bit, going on MLB Network, but clearly he still had that fire that he wanted to manage a team, or else he wouldn't be back there. But when you get a
and
guy
everyone-
buy into
everyone
his
gets-
ways,
Everyone gets used to each other year 2, having Girardi back after the short year, bringing DD, JT back, keeping
Zach
Cole-
Wheeler,
Yeah.
bro. Zach Wheeler's sleeper Cy Young, bro. Sleeper Cy
yeah.
Young this year.
he might be the best pitcher on that team, and he's like
Oh yeah, bro.
number 2 or 3 in that
In
rotation
his debut, he had 7 one-hit innings, bro.
against the
Fire.
Mets, who are supposedly wild card team as well, playoff team.
Hey man, don't sleep on the Mets, but
Hey man,
don't sleep on the Mets.
Mets,
They-
man.
I mean, they didn't get obviously the first series of the year because the Nationals were COVID. They had like 20 people go on the COVID deal,
Yeah.
so that sucked. But yeah,
Yeah.
the Mets are going to be a
Blow
surprising
leads
team.
like the Falcons do. Literally, bro.
Yeah,
Jacob Degrom has a 2.24 career ERA and his 63 no decisions,
I saw some numbers on
63,
him.
bro.
Forgot
I
him,
saw
but
that they
were-
blew like 29 of his wins.
Yeah,
The bullpen just
blew
blew
another
those
one.
away.
I mean, their bullpen isn't really that strong. Edwin
No,
Diaz
it's
is
30 blown
washed up.
saves in DeGrom's career, tied for the most among starting pitchers since he joined the league.
Yeah, I'm sure. Edwin Diaz is washed up. They went
The
and
whole
tried to get
bullpen is.
Dylan Betances washed.
They brought Jurius Familia back, washed. Trevor May
Washed, big
walked
wash.
bases loaded. They pulled him. Aaron Loop gives up every run.
Guy's a streamer now, bro. He only plays video games.
Oh my god.
Well,
I don't care about baseball anymore.
and he's not even playing video games because the new MLB The Show's not even out yet. So he really has no excuse for walking the bases loaded.
So Call of Duty.
I can't
Everybody
believe
loves
they
Call of
pull
Duty.
him, bring in Aaron Loop. Aaron Loop is a lefty side armor who throws 80 poo, and it was just batting practice at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
I just couldn't believe it.
that's
Like,
going
what-
back to
I just couldn't believe it.
decisions.
Yeah.
I had a few questionable decisions I saw from Jace Tingler this week. My man Eric Hosmer is absolutely off to the best start of his whole career. Third game in, you bench him. Jim,
I have inside source on why.
Let's hear it.
Kim's family
'Cause
was in
of that-
town.
Oh.
Kim's family was there all the way from Korea.
I mean, you could say
COVID tested everything.
wasn't feeling good. the
I
night
think that was
before.
just an excuse.
What
The
else?
night
What are they
before-
supposed to say?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
What?
I don't know. That all I heard was Kim's family was in town the day he got the start, and so it's a long trip from.
It didn't do bad either.
I
the
hate it.
homeland.
I hate that. I hate that. You know why?
He didn't
You know
do
why?
bad.
You know,
2 for
He
3
didn't
and
do
an
bad.
RBI.
He didn't
2 for
do
3 and
bad,
an
bro.
RBI.
Cállate,
How's your
cállate,
game, baby?
cállate. I hate that. His family coming, bad karma. Because what happened? My boy Fernando swung way too hard, pulled his shoulder,
And
and now
Kim is the
now
starter.
Jim's starting every single day. Every single day he's starting now. Gosh.
Hey, they sat the
Yeah.
wrong person. Then
Shit happens,
Jace Tingler
buddy.
sat the wrong person.
Mhm.
Well, fuck that. Him, you better literally turn into Fernando Tatis, or I'm done with you. I'm over you.
Or you shift back.
Yeah, you know.
We're trading you.
It's frustrating that Fernando got hurt. It sucks. It's scary,
I'm
but
telling you, all Padres are down bad right now.
no, we
I
gotta
just need
get
to
good
see some
spirits.
wins. I just need to see some wins, and I'll forget about it.
Hey, I went to
once
the
the
Yu
L's-
Darvish. Caratini hit that dinger for him. Yu Darvish pitched pretty good. It was a great game.
It was a great game.
It was a great game. We need to string together W's though.
Yeah,
Dodgers already started off hot.
It
Already
sucks
started off hot.
that we
I hate
dropped
it.
that series. One thing I wanted to talk about that we didn't even get to. I absolutely hate the extra inning rule. Start a guy at second. I think that's the
Why?
stupidest thing because that's not baseball. Baseball is we're gonna grind this game out until it's over. I watched the Red Sox and the Dodgers go 18 innings in the World Series. I mean, that's baseball. On a Tuesday afternoon, I want to see the Padres and the Pirates go 19 innings like a couple years ago. I don't want to see like a guy start on second and then you hit a pop fly, he's on third, 1 out, guy's on third. You know, like it's just
Do you really want to sit there for 19 innings? bro?
I love
That's-
that. That's baseball.
That's what MLB's asking their fans though.
Yes.
that's what
Do
they're
you really want that?
Yes.
When you're
I
there,
want
18th
baseball.
inning,
I don't want a free. That's free
drop
runs.
third strike, bro.
Okay, but
third
it
out.
also
get rid of
it
the
also
drop.
adds it also adds the skill behind a manager now because you have to make decisions. You have to, if you go to extra innings and your pen is depleted in the 10th inning, you have to prepare for that type of shit now. Like that's
That's
what's
why
putting in the
MLB
back of their head.
That's why MLB
If
gave you an
you get a guy on
player.
second, if you get a guy on second, I get a guy on second. Both teams literally have the same opportunities to score, but it's up to the manager to manage the game to win those games.
It's a terrible rule. You're just giving them a free fucking runner on second.
Well, next year when
There's
they
no
make
point
it
in
to
giving them a
CBA,
free runner on second. A free. It's literally just saying, "Here's a run."
You know what's stupider than that? Half the league having DHs and the other half not.
Well,
Why does
baseball's a
half the
little.
league's
We need
pitchers
a
have to
new
hit and
commissioner
not
because
the other?
baseball is screwed up. There's a lot of things.
All
that
of
can
this
take
stuff
away.
will be changed next year. Our CBA is going up. The players in the league have to agree on something, and
Well,
all of
get me
these
in those
rules will be
meetings
in
because I got a couple. I got a couple arguments to throw at the commissioner.
I'll be in those meetings. Don't trip. I got the Zoom leak already.
Hey, yo, Mish.
Hey, yo,
Need
Mish.
I'm calling him
drop
Rob.
drop third strike. Need that out of here.
Drop third cut.
I hate
All
that.
DHs in the league. Need
The
Yeah,
that.
whole entire
gonna
league
tell
needs
him,
DH. I don't
no
want to see
bat
a
flips.
pitcher hit ever again. No
No
bat flips.
Jenny, I'll smack you.
Jenny,
dude.
we
Nope,
sent
I'll
you
just
to the
hit the
moon.
ball. Old school.
We
Act like you've been
send
there
you to the
before.
moon. No.
hate that, dude.
Oh, what else you want? The games in black and white?
Yes, games. Yeah, games in black and white, and maybe for Babe Ruth to come back because I've never truly seen him hit a baseball. Never. Not
No one has. 'Cause it's
Are you
fake.
Jared Caribbe's number 2, dude?
No, I am because I also
Oh
don't
my
agree.
god.
I agree with Shenny. I don't think Babe Ruth was real. It was a
Okay,
made
then,
up
so
story.
You would made up story to make baseball more interesting. Why the
Yeah.
fuck do we want to watch 19 more innings, bro? If it's already boring.
Because
Why do I want more innings?
It's a different game than it was in
Oh,
1900s.
not true, dude. If you love baseball that much, they loved it back then too.
Total different game.
no mask back then though.
Hey, bro. What got
They
you
went
into
through a
Christmas
pandemic too.
is the
Babe
idea
Ruth
of
went through
Santa
a
Claus.
pandemic.
What got you into Christmas was the idea of Santa Claus. What you do?
Nah,
what
Rudolph.
gets you into baseball
Sexy Rudolph.
is Babe Ruth, and I'll take that
No,
to
dude.
my grave with me.
What about the Lou Gehrig's of the league?
No. I
What
asked a
about the
kid the other
Jackie
day.
Robinsons
Listen
of the
this. Listen
league?
this. I asked a kid
they
the
all
other
Jackie
day.
made up
Robinson
too?
is real. That's 1940s. That's a long
Listen
gap
to
in
this.
time.
Listen to this. I asked a kid the other day, do you know who Ted Williams is? Guess what he said?
Hey,
No.
buddy, I can't tell you who Ted Williams is.
San Diego boy.
How do you end this podcast? How do you not working.
I control it, Jim.
Damn.
All right. Make sure you shop
Baseball wrap up
at
for you was a great week.
ShopAverageTakes.com.
Shop average takes. Yes, sir.
Shop
Get the
out.
merch.
If you still have your stimmy, spend it on the merch.
Might as well. You know? Hat. I'm going to give a free hat away. Some more things. Hoodies fire.
Yes, sir. Jenny's frozen.
This is the sand long sleeve. People have been asking. Shenny's wearing the Laugh Now Cry Later. Obviously, Roman in the tie-dye.
tie-dye
Get it.
jacket. Sweater.
Nothing wrong with being average. Like the video.
I'm back.
Comment on the video. Subscribe
Shop.
to the channel.
Shop average takes. Shit's gonna be sold out in seconds. Feel like the Milk Boys in this bitch.
Average
It's
takes to the
live
moon.
right now. Go check it out.
Shop Average Takes. Mic drop.
I'm already
Average
here.
takes.